Hey.
We're on TV.
Hello.
We're on TV.
Hello, everybody.
You can see our faces.
Whoa.
Different experience, I'm sure, right? Yeah.
It's unusual. It's unusual.
Hey guys.
And exciting.
Welcome to Eureka seveN. Ow.
Yeah, you
Commentary.
probably want to know who we are.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
My name's Zach Bolton. I am the ADR director. And sitting this way,
I'm Brandon
is-
Potter. I play Gazelle.
I'm Jade Saxton, and I play Elena Peoples.
I'm Nathaniel Harrison. I play no one, but I mix the episodes. So,
Make all the magic happen.
Boom.
yeah.
Magic. All right. So this is my first time meeting this one here.
Let's meet.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Brandon.
Hi. We don't actually all know each other. Everyone thinks maybe we do, but we don't.
It's true. We record one at a time, so although I've been appearing with Jade and with several other actors for years and years and years, I may have never met them or met them once or twice, which is unusual, even though I know the sound of their voice
I never
very
imagined
well.
you had a beard. I know you probably imagined I did.
I thought you had a
right.
beard.
So, you know. But I shaved for you. You're welcome.
So they could tell us apart.
Yeah.
I see. It was very considerate of you.
You're welcome.
It helps me a lot, just to let you two know. I appreciate it.
Great.
Thanks.
I'm so glad. I'm so
So,
glad.
who was easier to mix? Me or Brandon? That's what I want to know. I mean, that's what everyone wants to know, right?
it's a good question.
You don't want to play this game, Jade.
Yeah, this is
I'm
actually...
going to lose. I know it.
I can see it's on camera, so I don't know if I want to go on record making any comments about, say, voice actors or working
Well, you
with
can
their
comment on
voices.
us. You're to our face.
Okay.
He doesn't want to.
You're not so hard. It's pretty nice, even level.
Yeah?
You have a very natural, warm, girthy timbre, and you just project like a
Girthy.
mofo. So
It's
I
true.
always have to dial you down, constantly turning you down.
Everyone in my life is trying to do that. Trying to dial me down.
When we meet in the hallways, I try to turn you up because
That's
it's
true.
very fun to talk to you and joke around. But
All right.
yeah. So it's just when it's in the mix, you kind of go sit with everybody. And you're
Turn
like,
it down. Well, I will continue to challenge you. How about that?
keep bringing the tone. I got no problem.
All right.
So, yeah.
No,
All
we
right.
actors live to challenge all you
Yeah.
mixologists. That's not what you're called. That's what
Do you guys
bartenders do.
purposely try to stand at different positions in the microphone all the time just to
Occasionally,
make it
yeah.
difficult?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I can hear y'all kind of going around like this. just
Whatever.
moving all
I
over.
never do that.
Really? Never?
I try not to.
How many times? Like 2 or 3?
It happens a lot
Yeah, I was going to say.
with everybody.
I'm perfect.
I think what happens
Yes.
with me is that I start doing this. I start a session like all right, I'm doing this, and then as I get deeper into an episode and I start getting into things, and the power pull down comes into effect. There's a lot happens with the arms.
It depends on the intensity of the scene. Like,
I do it with every scene.
we want to get into it, Like, if you're sitting at a table, like right here, this part.
You kind of go into the posture.
Yeah.
Okay.
I try to take on whatever small movements I can in the booth, if I can, with trying to stay on mic.
Yeah, for me, it's interesting because, see, when I'm usually outside of the room, and then I'll come in because I got a question for Zach, our various director, and lights are always off in here, and you guys are doing your thing, and it's always fun to walk in mid-line and watch you guys because, yeah, each of you has, some of you just stand there and do everything with your voice, and then I see others like Tatum. He's swinging around wildly all the time to get the reads and stuff, and it's very amusing to watch. It's like bodies contort into strange positions to get those reads, and you just kind of keep a straight face and wait for you to take. Okay, ask your question and leave. Outside of this building, I'm sure it's really strange. In here, it's normal every day.
There's a lot of pantomiming that goes on. If you need to fire a gun, it's to get that kind of action sound. You
Physicality
kind of
behind it,
yeah. Pretend you're
can.
actually doing it. If you're throwing something, if you're ducking, you actually do that a little bit.
Yeah.
But you have to be careful and
You
maintain
do.
a certain position on the mic.
Right. You don't want to duck off mic.
No. We're doing a commentary
Like right now,
so,
I'm probably doing
yeah.
terrible things because I keep turning my head
Yeah, don't do
to
that.
talk.
Yeah,
Do
I'm
you
gonna
like
have.
that?
This is gonna be a
that gonna be
lot
fun
of fun
for
to
you?
put together. Yeah. Hey Neil, out there. Yeah, you're gonna be mixing this one, not me, because yeah, we're just kind of over here Oh, my
Ooh, I heard
place.
that.
Yeah, over the place.
Sorry, Neil.
You like that?
Yeah.
You like that? Just
Oh, that's the best.
blocking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
Zero pop screen.
one serious note for you
Look,
guys.
there's me.
Does it always have to be about you? I was trying to make a
Oh,
comment.
I got excited. I saw
Okay,
my
yeah.
character on the screen. She's having a moment.
Why did you wear
y'all.
the mask right there? I know they always asked. Was it some? Do you have any indication yourself?
I think she was like trying to be disguisey a little bit.
She's in
Yeah.
the moment of
Yeah.
switching teams and changing sides, and
She's
it's,
very
it's
caught
her
up in her-
evil version.
It's her very anime way of expressing herself or something. Okay,
It is
That's what I
awesome. The
suspected.
mask is awesome. So there's that.
So yeah, I can't remember if we did anything. I think we maybe tried some options with that. Speaking of mixing, where there was, but I think oft times you decide to add effects to that and just want to use the pure voice.
It goes back and
Yeah.
forth. Sometimes we'll record something like that where we actually physically alter it, and then other times we leave it up to Nathaniel or whoever's mixing it.
Ooh, my favorite is drinking, like water or coffee or something like that.
My favorite is drinking.
My favorite is drinking. Coffee
Mine too.
for the show. That's what I'm talking about.
You're a Scotchman, aren't you? You look like a Scotchman to me.
It's the beard.
Yeah, that's what it says.
mean,
Scotch in a pipe or something. That's what I'm
Whiskey.
seeing.
It-
I
with
say
elbow
whiskey.
patches on a blazer. Whiskey is actually it.
I knew
you
it.
Know.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Okay,
Yeah.
she called it. That's fine.
Scotch is good.
How do you drink? Do it. I want to see it. We'll do it on camera. Give us
Ooh,
a
learning
demonstration of
moment.
our lesson.
Teaching moment.
I need a cup.
Oh.
I kind of have one down here.
Do you? Can I?
But it's empty. It's actually got some water.
Wait a
in it,
minute.
though.
Okay, I've got
No,
some.
no.
Let's see.
Oh,
Oh, this is getting real.
Okay.
Things are happening.
So
Like say,
Unexpected
keep in mind,
turn
stay
of events.
away from the microphone, please.
Well,
Thank
you got it.
you.
You got
Yeah,
it.
okay.
It's like this because when you drink, sometimes there's a line too, so it's got to be like. The dream sword is real, and that's how you do it because you drink and then
So
you
you're
say
actually.
the line.
So let me see. The way you pretend to drink is to actually drink. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, it's not very good pretending. It's just doing it. That's what I'm
I didn't
after.
know. Yeah, I thought it was like a.
Wow, the secrets of the studio revealed.
Maybe that wasn't a secret.
On that, I'm really not impressed. I got to be honest. I'm just not impressed.
How could you pretend to drink? You just have to get a lot of spit, right? That'd be gross.
Well, I see you guys pretending and doing all kinds of. See, yeah, other stuff.
pretty
so-
good.
Yeah,
That was pretty good.
professional voice actor.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I do.
Yeah.
Go
You know, it
Bo.
sounds realistic, so
That is very good.
I like to go for the real
Yeah.
side of things.
Hmm.
Oh.
Huh?
I'm actually not
Wow.
very. I don't think I'm very good at eating, fake eating.
No? How do you do it?
Do you
How
guys
think
actually put stuff in your mouth when you do that, or what?
It depends. I mean, for a scene like that, like where she was just eating a hamburger, and there might be a few reacts that are eating. No, because I think that would screw up everything before and after, and there's food in the booth, and it's just gross for everyone involved. But then I've done shows where I had to have a sucker in my mouth like the whole time, and for the first half of recording, I would put my finger in my mouth, and then I got really sick of that. I'm trying to record with the finger in my mouth.
Oh, man.
So then I went and got some actual lollipops and recorded the rest of the series with the lollipop in my mouth. That was a lot better than my finger. The end.
Okay.
That's a good
right.
story.
Yeah. I've seen guys put like pens in their mouth and do that before, like something weird like that. So I don't know what they were recording, if it was food or a stick in their mouth. I have no idea. But
It's probably a scene where they had a pen in their mouth.
pen in their mouth. Okay. Or there could have been that, quite literal. Yeah.
That's why we need directors in here to like really tell us what's real, y'all.
How often do you have to advise somebody in special recording like that, Zach? Like,
Anytime it comes up,
yeah.
I mean that we usually make some kind of call right then. We might play around with it a little bit to see if it's going to work better to either fake it or actually go get some kind of tangible item to affect it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
A little experimentation, if you will.
yeah. Sometimes
Science.
it's,
We
you
experimented
talk
on this
through the
show,
cigarette in the mouth, or sometimes you actually just put a cigarette in your mouth
On,
if the character's doing it.
Yeah. I've never had to do that. Cigarette action. Yet.
One day. One day.
You never know.
Most of your characters are too young.
Well, but then in the case of Comaway,
True.
who was, anyways, other show. Hey, Eureka, y'all. In this show, speaking of experimentation on this show, I remember when we got to,
Oh, This is actually one of my
Oh.
favorite scenes. I'm going to interrupt you real quick because this
Please
is
do.
one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah, well, here's a friendly warning for you.
Duncan Brandon acting drunk.
Acting.
Act.
Hey, what are you looking at? Laura, I think you
Fitting drunk flaps is always a fun challenge.
ordered me around because of where you were born. I'm a respectable Japanese citizen, too. Independent.
Plenty of outbursts.
Oh, man, my grandpa. Ha, those stupid old men, they call this place their home, you know? When the trapper who came, they went
I think I
Acting
grinned too
drunk
when
is fun.
I grinned too when I came across this one. I thought this was quite amusing.
You're Okinawan? I'm Japanese, and I'm gonna make this country a #1 power.
Sure you are.
#1, I tell
When you recorded this scene, was he already in there on the track?
I think he was.
Probably.
Yeah. Which makes things easier
Always.
Funner.
to go second.
That's a word.
Funner, yeah.
Yeah.
Funnerer.
Yeah.
If it's even funner than funner.
I tried to keep it together for that. I really did. I was like, okay.
Okay.
See, the fun thing about doing the video commentary is all of these fun little awkward moments that you normally just hear the giant pause where everybody's looking for that next thing to say. You actually get to see us going,
Oh, God. Now what?
what do we say next? Oh, there was a joke and now it's over. Do something.
Quick. Somebody do something entertaining.
Dance, monkey, dance. Yeah. So you get to see all of our awkward up close and personal.
I suppose there's nothing really wrong with that. It's just the inside scoop, how things really work here. One awkward moment to the next.
It has to be, though. It has to. Anytime you're doing something creative, it has to be. You have to be messy and silly and stupid. Otherwise, you never get to the good stuff. Because if you're not trying to be real, I know it may sound silly, but if you're not trying to be real, if you're not trying to do something, you'll never get the good stuff. You know, if you never
Absolutely.
expose yourself in that way, you know, when exposing yourself is messy.
And that actually is a pretty good point because there are a lot of times where you're trying to kind of work through an idea or trying to figure out what works. Does this line read work better?
Right.
Does it work better this way? Or trying to come up with a joke or whatever it is. You end up playing with it a lot and kind of finding that creative aspect of it. And yeah, there is a lot of awkwardness before you find that one moment of, okay, that works.
Yeah. You can't be afraid to stink up the joint. Otherwise, you'll never get anything done.
I stink up at the joint all the time.
Yeah, everybody does. Everybody does, though, you know? 9 out of 10 takes is stinking up the joint, but if you didn't do those 9, you wouldn't get the 1, you know?
Absolutely.
Sometimes you just get the one.
Sometimes you just get the 1. In our case, because we're one-take wonders.
Right,
We're
yeah.
voice acting prodigies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what, they say about me all the time in the reviews. Prodigy. One take wonder.
Jade.
That's what I think every time I hear you guys. I mean, just let y'all know. So, there's got to be a reason why I've not been cast in a show yet, right?
Somewhere
Yeah.
they keep all of those other takes. Right? That's the rumor I've heard.
They keep them all?
They're in the computer.
They're all there somewhere. If anyone ever wants to embarrass us, they can go.
Everything is technically
Digging.
digitally stored, and we could go back and find everything if we
Yes.
wanted to.
Oh,
So all the
that's-
obnoxious things you've said in between takes when the engineer leaves it rolling, we've got it all on file.
Yeah.
That is upsetting
Yeah.
that exists.
That little piece of paper that
Yeah.
you signed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And now you
it's
own
ours.
that.
Yeah.
Huh. That's
They could
That's
do
not
whatever they
good.
want to with our voices, Brandon.
We're gonna be making like outtake
Whatever they
remix
want.
property
songs
of
for
Funimation
YouTube.
Inc.
It's gonna be great. All the awkward things Brandon said cut into a song.
You know what? Just to test that theory of they can do anything they want to your voices,
Oh,
Brandon,
don't follow this trap.
Yes.
Brandon?
Yes.
I want you to say, "Hi, my name is Jade Saxton."
Hello, my name is Jade Saxton.
Now, Jade, I want you to say, "Hi, my name's Brandon Potter."
Hi, my name's Brandon Potter. Brandon Potter. Oh God.
Yeah.
Now it's
Watch
out there.
what happens.
Now it's out there.
Just watch.
Like
That's
5
for you
years
guys.
from now.
It's going to
Remember
pop up
that
somewhere.
time?
And you guys just met too, which is even more uncomfortable.
Hey, guess what? We can revisit that time
Yeah.
by popping in this DVD and watching this over and over again.
That's how I'm going to spend all of my Saturdays
Yeah.
for forever.
Yeah.
Is it me, or is this going to be one of those things that you do in the moment and you're laughing because everything is kind of funny, and then you watch it back and you're like, oh, God, this is terrible. It's like really uncomfortable. Does that ever happen to you guys?
Never.
Never.
Never?
No.
Okay. Like you
No.
said, you got to let it
Can't get
rip.
enough
Don't
of
be
my
afraid to
face.
stink up the joint.
Exactly.
Okay. All
We're
right.
just being
I like.
creative.
I actually like the outtakes. They're fun, and
Yeah.
sometimes engineers do fun things with them and play them back to you. And
Plus, we
Oh, so they do the
little
gags
giggle.
and the jokes and stuff? Yeah. Okay.
basically just operate under the theory that we can do whatever we want in here, and then just give it to you, and you're going to fix it all. So
you're the
I've
fixer
had that.
of
I've had that
things.
happen before. There've been if you guys, everybody in the room knows Mike McFarland. That there was a history once. He recorded a female character talking in a monsoon, 70-mile-an-hour winds, crashing thunder, everything, all hell breaking loose in the episode. And he decides his character is going to get up on the waves and see a boat down below off the cliff and go, "Oh my, I have to get that." And that's how he says the line, kind of whispered under breath. And the engineer was like, "That's not going to work. The elements are too loud." And Mike's like, "Oh no, Nathaniel will fix it. He's amazing. He's a magician." And yeah, I slated to pick up. I was like, what
No.
What is this?
You can't do that.
It's like, you can't hear. I'm not dive bombing a hurricane so that you can freaking have a whispered line heard. Who does that? Nobody whispers in a hurricane. So
He really likes you.
I know, yeah. Well, to get me back, he recorded. There was the same series. There was a little bamboo baby. It was Mushishi, so it's kind of the weird.
That's the
X-Files
quietest show ever.
Quietest show ever, one reason. But he had a little baby that was talking to people, and so it turned, and he knew I was mixing that series late at night, and I had the lights off to kind of get myself more in a creative mood for it. And so I'm mixing the show, and the baby turns, and it goes, "Hello, Nathaniel." Like, I literally fell out of my chair. I freaked out. It was like, because I was tired. I'd put in already about 60 hours that week, and I just was like, "Oh, God, crap!" And like, so, yeah. And
That's magical. That's incredible.
a 6-week joke. It took 6 weeks from the time they recorded it to get their payoff. I burst into their
Playing
room
the
and was
long
cussing
game.
him out, and he was looking at me like, "What?" And then he realized what had happened. He's like, "Ah, you actually saw it. It's great."
So here's a mixed question.
Yeah.
We just saw some of Georg S., the secret version of Georg. Now, when we recorded it, we had Tyson Reinhardt, who plays Georg, pitch his voice down a little bit, but for the most part, it was still Tyson being Georg. And then we kind of left it up to you to create the secret version of that. How did you do that?
Man, you asked me on the effect that really isn't so complicated. I just pitched his voice down and layered it in with his original, so it kind of had this weird double modulating kind of sound to it. So, but I think sometimes it's what works. It's not a question of making it really complex or sophisticated. It's just, hey, this feels right in the scene, do it this way. So, in that sense, he was already kind of dropped down a little more dramatic in his voice, so just pitching him down a little bit and giving him more of that low-end, kind of creepier vibe. And then mixing in the higher end gave it kind of this weird tone that's just barely in there. You can almost not hear it. But if you mute that, it's like, man, it needs more. So that's kind of how we made that effect.
So just experience and creativity. Throw them in a pot.
I think it used to be when I would start shows like this, I would come home with my head hurting because I would be diving into settings and plugins and really trying to figure stuff out and find the next great little sound or whatever. And now it's gotten to a point where I've got my bag of tricks, and so I kind of know how to, and I just sort of tweak certain things. And, Zach and I have worked together on countless shows. I don't even remember how many now. So I kind of know what he wants. He kind of knows what I'm about to do, so we can get there a lot faster. So not as many headaches now, but it used to be quite a process to learn.
Do you closely emulate the original, or do you have freedom to come up with your own?
Wow, that's actually a profound question, Brandon. I'm very impressed by you. Thank you. Oh, it's well done. Yeah. It wasn't awkward. It wasn't funny. It's just what it was. Yeah.
Now, at the 19-minute mark of this episode, content.
Yeah, the actual content. What was your question, anyways? Do I emulate the Japanese? Yeah, no. It depends on the show and it depends on the director. In some cases, we will. In some cases, we may depart from it a little bit. It really does boil down to the given series and that particular director and what do we think is best for that show. And we're given quite a bit of creative freedom here, and the directors work with us. But it's kind of nice. They usually let us just kind of roll the dice, throw something there, and we see what sticks, and then they give us critiques from it, and we make adjustments after that.
Usually consists of me watching it and going, wrong! And then storming back down the hall and saying, fix it!
Hey, did they give
If
you
I could
guys...
throw it on the ground, I would, but it's hard to throw digital anything
Give
anywhere.
you something to throw on the ground. Yeah.
Yeah, now that that's up, though, I do have a question for you two, being actors. Do you ever get, like, the director... Because I've had this happen where directors are sitting in my room listening to an effect or a scene, and they're like, it's good, I like it. Can you make it more buttery? Do they ever tell you that, like, that kind of crap? Can you make it more purple or this or that? Like, I've gotten these expressions, and I'm like, what does that mean? You're talking about a color. This is sound. It's like...
Yeah. You know, at Funimation, because we know so many of the directors and we've worked with them so much, I feel like everyone knows their vocabulary or what they mean by something. So maybe a couple of years ago I would say that something is weird, but now I know what they mean when they say more buttery or make it more purple or...
Or if they don't, I just pretend like I do, and then I go for it.
And just go, yeah.
Secret's exposed right now. She's like, I just make it up. I'm pretending to know.
Yeah, Zach would be like, da-da-da. And I'm like, okay.
Oh, you're right, yeah.
I was like that? And sometimes he'll be like, no. Or sometimes he'll be like, yeah, right on. So, just depends.
The
We're going to need more gristle.
Yeah. What?
Make it more gristly.
Yeah, you got it, man. You got it,
Yeah.
yeah. That's how that goes.
I think buttery I can understand, but purple, I don't know.
I've had purple and buttery, because with buttery, I was like, are you wanting it like... To me, I started thinking butter, I'm thinking, okay, well, are you talking like more...
Thick and creamy.
Like, thicker, creamier? Are you thinking like,
Melted.
It's got to sound like it's being churned.
Yeah, or are you thinking like, is it fluid, or is it like, are we talking, is it melted butter, you know, in the canned butter? Like, what
Let's
are we talking
specific
here?
about our butter here.
Is it a stick of butter?
Margarine.
Oh,
Yeah.
not margarine.
As an engineer, your mind goes into weird analytical places, and you just start overanalyzing what they say, and then you're just like, screw it, I'm just going to come up with my own thing. And then you do that, and they're like, you nailed it. How did you know?
Nailed it.
Yeah. So,
You got the buttering down to an art.
yeah. Zach and I had to fight tooth and nails to get this show worked out. Yeah. Like, what was it, about 6 different revisions to even get it to the...
What was being revised?
Not true. That was a lie.
I was like, whoa, this is news to me. I didn't know.
We got this. We
Inside
talked about it ahead of
Yeah.
time, and we dialed this in pretty quick,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. But
I was going to say that.
Thanks for ruining it.
I kept hearing it and
sorry.
thinking there were problems with the mix, but then I realized I just hated my casting choices.
Yeah.
Zach, why would you say something like that?
And so I had to have Nathaniel fix it all.
He's talking about you,
Yeah.
not me, obviously.
By the way, this is Jade. She replaced you in the show.
What?
I don't know if you know
How
that.
did you do this to me?
Remember earlier when I said,
Hi, my name's Brandon Potter. That's how it's going
It's
to...
happening right now.
Oh, just you wait. Just you wait, because I've got a hi, my name is Jade. I do, and I will use it.
Nikes. I almost said our first cuss word of the commentary, but it's not myself.
Oh, we can fix that too.
Okay.
Don't even worry about it. Yeah.
I always have to have a bleep.
It's more dramatic that
They
way.
can bleep you even when you don't say things. That's the other they can do. Make it sound like you're
But those are
cussing
the
at store.
only things we can do. Those
That's
two
true.
things. It's the limit
Is that it?
of our capabilities.
That's actually kind of sad if that's all we can do. I would think we could do a little more.
That's it.
Just a little.
Sorry.
Okay.
Don't be too hard on yourself. I mean, those are pretty cool things.
I mean, they got a lot of power.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Okay.
Y'all, I hope you like Eureka. seveN. It was super fun to record.
Video commentary and 2 comments about the show. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
we did really talk
Yeah.
a lot about the show.
Well,
There's plenty of other commentaries where we do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 We talked about the process. I learned a lot about
Talked about the
mixing.
process. We saw each other, the camaraderie,
We got
the
to meet
bonding
you.
between actors, directors,
That's
engineers,
true.
the people,
Yeah.
the staff. It's all there, yeah. We're getting really close to the end, so we should probably start saying the goodbyes.
Oh.
yeah, we've got a preview, and yeah, goodbyes are probably in order.
All right.
I'll start.
Let's start with you.
Bye.
Thank you so much for watching. Bye, y'all.
Au revoir.
Ooh.
How about that, y'all?
I can't follow that bye. That's all I've got is just goodbye.
That's
Goodbye. Yeah. Very sophisticated.
till next time.
I'm gonna roll a little quiet because we're not using a safety.
Yeah.
Don't get too careful.
All right. Why are you looking at me?
I was really looking at Nathaniel.
Ah.
I cackle.
I do.
So we're practicing unsafe commentary. Yay, yay.
We're walking on tight wires, what you're saying?
All right.
I like
Are
this.
we
Feels
ready?
dangerous.
Is everyone ready?
Yeah. Were you holding that face?
Yes, I was.
All right.